We have our contractor here today. Today is the first day that we're starting to do work for the foundation. We got the center lines in the front, but let me show you just what it looks like on the finished site. We're just walking out, putting some stakes that we're going to be putting on the outside and working that process a little bit.
But I'm thinking the house is 50.
Right now we're discussing the angle of the center line because that will impact the north facing wall and the south facing walls, because we have 8 feet of patio on both sides, the east and west side of the house. So we got to ensure that the south part of the build gives us enough placement of those patios and garage to fit nicely within the build site. We're starting to build batter boards on the south and the north side of the build site that will position the center line within the site pad. Here we are now building the batter board on the north side of the build site for the center line. Now we're stringing lines on the batter board on the east and west sides, giving us the line for the north side of the house build. Now I'm just taking some measurements on the south end of the build site to make sure that everything works and fits in nicely. We got our first container. It arrived 4 months later than what they told us they were going to start arriving. So it was kind of nice to see them finally come in. We did have to go through and cut a hole in our fence line off the main road, driveway and entrance for delivering the containers onto the property. We do have a crew standing by with decades of experience in truck driving, excavation, and home building. However, with all those years of experience, things can happen, which you will see in just a few moments. We could have put that pipe up a little further. Oh, there we go. Look at that. What a good job that was. Wow, was that nice or what? I don't know. Well, hey, like they say, you get a brand new truck, you hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Yay.
I think it went a little too fast.
Yeah, right?
I didn't stand on that side.
Huh?
Hey, guess what though? You said that the engineers have to see the bottom of it.
Hey, there you go. See, all things work for good. Right on. That was a good job. Look at that.
I think we scratched the paint.
Right? Well, we'll just cut that side out.
I don't think there were any rock.
Now he takes off. I gotta get out of here. Where's your backhoe, man?
Yeah, I think we're probably going to need me on one side and you on the other. I don't know if I can go in the
Well, you know what? That gives us more width. Wow. Well, we got a nice opportunity here to grow.
It turned out to be really easy to turn this container back upright, and I don't know why I did not get that portion of the video. Camera stopped. Don't understand it, but anyway, we were able to get it back upright, and no harm, no foul. It was a great experience. Everybody dealt with it very well. I was really blessed by that. So far, so good. It looks like we're going to get this container successfully on the ground. Things are coming together. Right now, I'm just kind of making sure that it doesn't slide off the side when he drives out from underneath it. Yay, and the Eagle has landed. Well, over the next couple of weeks, we did get a couple of more containers in, and then we got notification that we'll be having 3 more containers available to pick up in the next few days. So what I needed to do is I needed to move 2 of these containers out of the way so we could get a couple of more in and put them in the same location. I'm actually taking 1 container that's going to be used for my tools and supplies and everything. That will also help replace the Connex West container that we have been renting going on almost 5 years now. Then the second one that was up here, we're going to be moving that to another location where we'll be able to go through and use that for household items and supplies and things that we have when we moved out here and that we're actually purchasing and using for the new house build. So right now I'm just getting this one in location so I can begin to move it down to its resting place and start transferring items out of the container.
Okay, there's where we're at. Well, this right here was my original thought, was to bring it down through here and set it back there for a little bit, and then I can move it around there. That corner, let me turn. That corner is a little too steep to put it back over there. So I'm going to bring it out here, bring it down here, and then turn it and go right into that direction right there. That'll work, I hope. So what I'll do is I'll put this back here and fill it like this and get it in the shade here. And I'll be right back. What I have to be careful about is right there. That's 9.5 feet high, but with the tires, it's going to be a lot higher on the back of this one here. This is a 9.5 high cube. So I'm going to have to get it down in here, then probably use the Bobcat to move it over if I can, because I'll have this thing stuck down inside here. I could go around the front through the gate, but that'll be a long way around, kinda. Anyway, let's see what we can do here.
Well, I was glad my friend and house contractor for our house build stopped by. He was able to come in with the Bobcat to maneuver the container around a lot better than the backhoe could. So he got the angle just right, and then I was able to connect and pull the container through so we're at the front doors of this green container are equal with the very back end of the red container. So that worked out real well. We were able to push that back through, got it set down, and it looked great. We got 4 containers on site and another 6 to be delivered, 3 of them hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We're able to go through now and actually refocus on carving out the lines for the footings and foundation. The hammer drill that I'm using has a little chisel on it about maybe 3 inches wide, and I'm actually just digging down on the edges of the width that's 18 inches wide, and we need to go 24 inches deep. I'm basically just breaking up the top surfaces of here and going down about maybe 4 or 5 inches, so that way when we do the backhoe with the 1/2-inch bucket scraping through here, we'll still be able to maybe have some sort of clean edges and have it not breaking away because the dirt is just so hard. So this is a 2,400 square foot house, and I get to do all the foundations and also the center sections where there's going to be 2 containers set together, and you'll see that in some of the other parts. But right now I'm basically just going through and kind of prepping everything for digging out the foundations and footings with the backhoe. And so I'm getting ready to shut down for the night. It's probably about 10 o'clock at night, and it's been a long day, so I'm going to shut down for the evening and start doing some backhoe work tomorrow. Well, it's a new day, and this is my first experience using a backhoe to dig trenches for the footings and foundation of our house build. I discovered during this process that this takes a long time to learn, to get good at it. I was so slow I had to speed this up just to make it tolerable to watch. It was so bad. But it looks better when it's sped up than it did in real life, in slow-mo, or in, which was slow-mo, but not meant intentionally to be slow-mo. But anyway, it was an experience, and I learned from this experience that I'm going to let those who have got years of experience digging these out. It would have literally taken me a month of Sundays to dig these trenches. I was so slow and so bad at it. Anyway, I thought it was a wise choice. I did go through and leave it to the experts. A friend of mine who is a backhoe operator, and he did such a better job, and only took a few hours to do it instead of a few days or a month, which would have taken me to do it. So it was a good experience. I had fun doing it, but this is about the extent of my doing a footing. I did start laying out and trenching another little section that was not as critical, and this is where I started doing that. We have to put in a trench in the center of this bed for the containers. And so I started laying out the spacing for my friend who's going to be doing the digging out the footings from now on. But here I actually laid out the center section, which only goes down about 8 or 10 inches. So I went in and gave this a try, and also discovered that it's better right now to do this kind of stuff and leave it to the people who know what they're doing. Anyway, it was a fun experience. You'll see here how it went. And it was worth a try. I definitely learned that this particular type of work is an art form. It looks like I kind of know a little bit about what I'm doing, but it was quite a learning experience, and humbling, if I may say. But it was a good experience, and I'm glad I did it, because now I actually have a sense that I participated in the build of our foundation instead of just sitting there watching somebody else do it. And that was nice.
So there we have it for a little bit of work, a little bit of progress. And we will go get a drink of water, take a break, cool off, and we'll get back at it later.